Hey Daniel, how are you?
I'm all right, Anna. I really want to get involved, but I don't know where to start.
Well, I know just the people we can talk to.
Let's get into it. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of Fam Fridays with your hosts, Daniel Mahmood.
And Anna Cagle.
And today we will be discussing student involvement and leadership opportunities.
Hi, my name is Michaela Harvey, and I am an assistant director in the Office of Leadership and Community Engagement.
Hey everyone, my name is Paige Compton, and I work in the Student Involvement Office on campus.
Awesome. We're so excited to have y'all both here today to answer a few questions that our family members have. So for my first question, when can students join clubs and organizations, and when is the best time to do so?
Yeah, so students can join clubs and organizations as soon as they become a Niner. I think what your student could do this summer is connect with a lot of clubs and organizations on social media and start following them and just getting to know what it's like to be a member of their organizations and some of the events and activities that they participate in. I think also something that students can do is go to ninerengage.uncc.edu, and that is our platform that hosts the full list of student organizations and clubs that we have to get involved in. And your student could do a little bit of research this summer to see what clubs and organizations they want to connect with when they do get to campus.
Awesome. And I know for the Leadership and Community Engagement Office, being involved is a really important thing. So for that office specifically, what kind of organizations or positions do you offer?
Yeah, so we have a lot of offerings for students, both in the leadership kind of realm and also the community engagement world. So if your student is looking for um, things to do within the community, we provide at least 10 opportunities per month to partner with the community, where students can sign up to volunteer and really get to know the Charlotte community while also engaging with their fellow peers and being a student and a community member. But we also provide several leadership programs, and we actually pride ourselves in being the largest leadership program in the area. So we have things for incoming first-year students like Emerging Leaders, where it is a program that we take them through a lot of ways to develop their leadership skills, which tends to be a really wonderful thing for them for the rest of their time at UNC Charlotte. And then we have upperclassmen opportunities, things like leadership fellows. So something I would also recommend is definitely check out our website, leadership.uncc.edu, and also our Instagram and Facebook. And our Instagram is UNCC_lead. And so we share all of our opportunities there.
For any of those organizations y'all mentioned, are there club fees for each of those?
So each organization is going to be different. Each student organization is going to be different. There are a lot of opportunities that are free to be part of and to attend. And then there are some student organizations that do have some fees associated with being a member. I would say that all of the organizations will have some sort of events that are most likely free for all students to be able to attend. And so while there might be a fee associated with being a member, there might be some other events that that organization is hosting that all students are welcome to attend without a fee.
Yeah, and I would say similarly, we have some programs that are completely free. Anybody can apply. Anybody can come to any of the community engagement events, no charge whatsoever. But then we do have some programs like Emerging Leaders, Leadership Fellows that do cost money because it is a little bit more involved. We provide a few more things, and so those fees kind of give back to the program from year to year to ensure that we can make it as best it can be.
And I think it's really important for students to ask those questions when they're learning about all the involvement opportunities, is to ask each specific club, organization, or opportunity if there's any additional fees and what those fees would cover.
Awesome. So I know, Michaela, you've already touched on finding out about opportunities through social media and other ways. Are there any other important ways for students to find out about opportunities?
Yeah, I think so. Niner Engage, as I mentioned earlier, is going to be a really great platform to connect with organizations throughout the summer and virtually. But also, we have an events tab that lists all the events that are happening. And so, keeping track of those events and seeing which events are happening on campus that you want to connect with specific organizations. Our office, the Student Involvement Office, will be sharing out a lot of other opportunities to connect virtually this summer, in addition to other opportunities as the fall begins. We'll be sharing a lot of that out through our own social media. So our Instagram is at UNCC Student Involvement. And we'll be sharing out all of our opportunities for incoming and current students to be able to connect with our student organizations.
Yeah. I think Paige nailed it there, that those are some really wonderful ways you can find out about a lot of different both student orgs and departmental organizations to get involved in. So
Cool. Are there any limits to the amount of clubs, organizations, or programs that students can join?
So we don't have a special number or special limit. I think it's important to encourage students to be thoughtful about how many organizations they are committing to and being involved in. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of organizations have events that are open to all students to be able to attend. So you don't have to necessarily be a member of an organization to be able to attend some of their events. And so I think that's a really great way to kind of figure out maybe how many organizations you can balance with the other aspects of your life and your academics, and if you're working a job or what other elements of your life that you need to balance with involvement opportunities. I always like to talk about a rule of three. I think it's a great idea to get connected to something related to your academics. I think it's great to get connected to something that you loved in high school. And that just brings you a sense of community to a new space. And then I think it's awesome to join one more involvement opportunity that's something totally new, to help you just explore a different world here at UNC Charlotte.
I don't have much to add other than I think that that's a wonderful way to go about any of our programs just on campus through departments and otherwise. And so think about what aligns with your values and really ask those questions about how much time am I actually going to be committing to this, because that's really important. So it's really easy to be super excited, which we love the excitement, and there is some balancing acts there. So we don't require or ask that you do one thing and not another, other than if you're a part of the Emerging Leaders Program, it is a similar program in Leadership Fellows, which is for upper class students. And so we don't take emerging leader students. We hope that they find other opportunities that are a little bit different. And another thing that I would note is that we tend to recommend students from one program to another, depending on their involvement. So it's a good chance that you can be in some of our higher level programs, that students can be in our higher level programs if they've done some of those kind of first year entry level programs too.
And our last question is, are there any social distancing protocols for organizations and events that are going to be beginning this year? Are there any details that you can share about that right now?
I think it's important to be mindful and plan for some sort of social distancing guidelines. University officials will definitely continue to communicate the expectations at the university throughout the summer and as we enter the fall semester. And so I would just continue to check your emails as to what that communication is going to be, and what those expectations are going to be, because we will be having clubs and organizations uphold those same expectations that the university is setting forth.
Yep, and we'll also be following definitely university protocol, in regards to how many people we can have in a room. And so it just might look like more opportunities for less amount of people at a time, which we're excited to, find out what those challenges might be and have a really good quality program regardless. So.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing all this valuable information with us. It was really good interviewing you and being able to share this with incoming students and families.
Go
Go Niners!
Go Niners.